As the drone hummed beneath the vast concrete expanse of the dam, Ethan was taken aback by the engineering marvel stretching before him. The immense structure stood as a testament to human ingenuity, its smooth surface gleaming in the sunlight. Little did he know, a startling revelation was about to unfold within moments. To Ethan Mitchell, dams had always been something more than just structures. They were living testaments to human engineering prowess. Each concrete giant represented a delicate balance between nature's raw power and human ingenuity, a passion his wife only half understood but fully supported. On a crystalline Saturday morning, Ethan navigated his vehicle along winding roads, his state-of-the-art drone carefully packed beside him. The destination was a legendary dam, renowned for its imposing height and architectural complexity. Anticipation hummed through him like the drone's own propellers, eager to capture this marvel from perspectives few ever witnessed. As he arrived, the drama unfolded before him. Pine-scented air with its crisp breeze, the dam stretching ahead like a monumental wall of concrete, separating restless water from untamed wilderness. Ethan's technical eye swept across the structure, noting every architectural nuance, every engineering detail that transformed raw materials into a protective barrier. He chose a flat open area and began unpacking his drone, equipment that had taken months of saving and several diplomatic negotiations with his wife. It sprang to life with the same precision engineered into the perfection of the dam, rising smoothly into the air. It looked pretty from the top, that is. The reservoir's glinting surface was a contradiction in terms to the thickness of the forest, the concrete wall standing unobtrusively to act as sentinel. Ethan directed the drone, taking great panorama shots and detailed shots of the dam structure. Then he saw it. Where the spillway had been, there was an abandoned barge floating incongruously. No workers moved across its weathered deck, no signs of activity spoke to purpose. As Ethan brought the drone in closer, curiosity gave way to something more, a growing sense of unease. Large, hastily secured crates littered the surface of the barge. They looked almost out of place, as if someone had deliberately and hurriedly abandoned them. Why would valuable cargo be left unattended so close to a critical infrastructure site? The question hung in the air, as heavy and ominous as the crates themselves. Something wasn't right, and Ethan was about to find out exactly what. Methodically, Ethan circled the drone around the barge, his instincts screaming that something was profoundly wrong. Each pass of the camera was calculated, searching for the smallest hint of explanation. The crates remained stubbornly anonymous, their surfaces blank and offering no clues to their origin or contents. The spillway caught his eye next. A metal grate hung partially open, its bolts visibly disturbed. The gap was precise, just large enough for a person to slip through. It wasn't the kind of maintenance oversight that happens by accident. Someone had deliberately tampered with the dam's infrastructure. Then the water moved. At first, Ethan dismissed the ripples as wind-generated, but the pattern was too deliberate, too controlled. His fingers froze on the drone controller as a massive shadow began to take shape beneath the surface. This was no fish, no natural phenomenon. Mechanical components glinted in the filtered sunlight, revealing a sleek, purposeful form that circled the barge with an unsettling intelligence. "What the hell is that?" he whispered, though no one was around to hear. The shadow traced a calculated path with a precision that denied natural movement. It circled once, twice, before sliding toward the compromised spillway grate and vanishing into the dam's depths. Ethan's mind raced through possibilities. Underwater drone, experimental machinery, something entirely unknown. The potential consequences crystallized in his mind. A compromised dam meant catastrophic flooding. Wholesome ecosystems, communities downstream, would be obliterated in moments. This was no longer just a curious discovery. This was a potential disaster. He quickly set the drone to hover mode, reaching for his phone. Slightly trembling, Ethan dialed the number of the local ranger station, his eyes never leaving the live feed where the mysterious shadow had disappeared. "Officer Bradshaw," a gravelly voice replied. Ethan recounted every little detail: the abandoned barge, the unmarked crates, the tampered spillway, the mechanical shadow beneath the water. With each word, the gravity became clearer and clearer. This was something far beyond some routine patrol report. By the time he finished talking, one thing was crystal clear to both Ethan and Officer Bradshaw. Something was brewing at the dam and time was running out. "Stay put and keep that drone airborne," he instructed, and the urgency was tight in his voice. When Ethan ended the call, the silence that followed was overwhelming. The ranger's serious tone had turned his earlier curiosity into pure dread. The surface of the water was perfectly still, mirroring the sky deceptively. Still, Ethan knew that something was waiting underneath, something that didn't belong there. Every minute that passed seemed to last forever as the landscape around him became electric with an impending sense of danger. A park ranger truck soon appeared, breaking the tension. Two rangers emerged, their professional demeanor doing little to calm Ethan's fraying nerves. He guided them through the drone's live feed, showing every detail he'd discovered. The look they exchanged said it all. Something was definitely wrong. "We'll need to take a closer look," one ranger said. The group readied a small boat from a nearby dock and prepared for Ethan's aerial surveillance. His flying drone would be their eyes in the sky, tracking every movement. The boat cut through the water, heading toward the abandoned barge. Ethan watched intently as one ranger secured their vessel while the other carefully boarded. Each move was calculated, charged with a certain underlying tension. That all changed in an instant. The ranger on the barge froze, then frantically gestured to his partner. Ethan leaned in closer to his tablet, adjusting the camera on the drone. Something was very wrong. As the ranger pried open the crate, time seemed to stand still. Explosives, industrial-grade charges with highly precise timing mechanisms, not a few, but enough to take out the entire dam and the ecosystem around it. It hit Ethan like a physical blow. Someone had planned something catastrophic with precision. The Rangers immediately radioed for backup, calling in emergency evacuation protocols. Ethan's hands shook as he kept the drone in place, his mind reeling with questions. Who would do such a thing? Why this dam? As if to answer his silent questions, the sinister underwater shadow reappeared. This time it wasn't hiding. A sleek mechanical form broke the surface, an underwater robot with sophisticated manipulators. Its movements were purposeful, targeting the barge with chilling precision. The day had started off as a routine drone expedition. Now Ethan found himself at the center of what could become a national emergency. Aftermath. In that moment, it all crystallized for Ethan. The underwater drone wasn't just some random piece of technology. It was being guided. Someone was watching, observing every move. A chill ran down his spine as he realized just how exposed he'd been, how close he'd come to possible danger. The Rangers tensed, instinct and training as sharp as the instincts that warned the first early man of an enemy's presence. One grabbed a pole, probing the water as the mechanical intruder approached. Just before reaching the barge, the drone veered away, disappearing into the depths as fast as it had appeared. Soon, emergency responders turned this serene dam site into a well-coordinated activity hub. Bomb disposal experts and divers moved with precision, their movements deliberate and focused. Ethan watched, frustration mounting, as he realized he couldn't directly communicate his suspicion that the operator of the drone was nearby. Hours passed. The sun traced its arc across the sky, casting long shadows as the team worked. By sunset, the immediate threat had been neutralized, but the mystery remained intact. That evening, Officer Bradshaw approached Ethan with an expression of gratitude etched on his face. "You may have saved countless lives today," he said, asking Ethan for a copy of the drone footage to study it further. The ranger spoke words of near catastrophe narrowly avoided. As Ethan packed up his equipment, the events of the day settled over him like a heavy cloak. The dam stood unyielding against the dying light, a testament to human engineering and vulnerability alike. What had begun as a simple drone expedition had transformed into something far more significant. He thought about how his wife had questioned this expensive drone. Now it felt priceless. The device had been more than a hobbyist's toy. It was a guardian of technology, one which may have saved an entire community. Driving home, Ethan replayed the day's events. The abandoned barge, the explosives, the mysterious underwater drone, they would haunt his thoughts for months to come. One thing remained crystal clear, though. Sometimes being at the right place at the right time makes all the difference. The dam would stand, the community would remain safe, and somewhere a mystery waited to be unraveled. Now it's your turn. What do you think about this story? Have you ever heard of any dam failures? We want to hear from you, so share your opinions in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next video.